This challenge is called Climate Change, Migration and Me. And before this challenge, when I thought about climate change, I often thought of carbon emissions. But what about water? Well, if the change in carbon cycle is the cause of climate change, the change in water cycle is its effect. In 2016 alone, at least 24.2 million people were displaced by the direct threat of flood, landslides, storms, wildfires and extreme temperatures, all of which we can trace back to water issues. The number of migrating people is staggering every year, and to prevent more suffering due to displacement, we, who represent the high-level panel on water, believe that we need to manage our water more efficiently and work towards reaching the Sustainable Development Goals. We were challenged to answer the question, can applying the high-level panel on water principles on valuing water prevent social unrest and mass migrations? Well, our answer is yes, because by applying the principles and by valuing water, we will be more careful with our water resources. And if we are more careful with our water resources, we will create stability, and water will function as a peacekeeping mechanism. So we asked ourselves, how can the high-level panel on water principles be applied so that they can prevent social unrest and mass migrations? Well, we found the answer in communication. Because if we can communicate, we will understand each other's needs, and if we understand each other's needs, we can prevent conflict. Our first obstacle is that we need people from all over the world to communicate with one another about the importance of water in the same line of thinking. But not everybody talks about water in the same way. So we had to make the principles in a universal language. Our first solution is that we made the principles into a language of symbols. The second obstacle is that there is a lack of consistency in the integrated water resource management models used around the world, especially when it comes to the goals, vision and principles that the IWRM models are based on. That is why we propose to use the high-level panel on water principles as the basis for all water management strategies and IWRM models. This will ensure universal acceptance of the principles and promote better water management. Thirdly, we have to overcome the issue of sustainability. How can we ensure that the future generations apply the principles? Because youth and children constitute 40% of our world population, but 100% of our future. So we made an education plan of simplified real-life cases which focus on solving water issues. Together in groups of 5 students have a week to solve their study case. During this challenge, students will get familiar with valuing water, migration, conflict and multi-stakeholder dialogue. We already selected the cases and we made the plan for the teachers. Lastly, we wanted to make an impact, not just for children and water professionals, but for everybody else as well. So we created an idea for an app. In this app, the high-level panel on water principles are explained and provide information and solutions to some of the problems people face regarding climate change in their region. The app allows you to log in and will contain scientific literature, a world map in which you can see where water stress is, but also where good practices are taken up, and even which regulations are used in which country. There will also be challenges in the app in which you can participate. You can earn points, and with these points you can get discounts on sustainable water bottles or other sustainable goods. You can also give your points to charity or get discounts on museums. Already, the principles are considered at the highest possible level. The Netherlands will also participate in this. They have just shifted their all-migration policy to the prevention of mass movements towards regional uptake of people. So it's especially essential for the Netherlands to apply these principles and to have the value of water limit the mass migrations in the future. There's no time to waste. Let's start to really value our water.